you, Michael. So this February in New York, after a 5-year development, we were finally able to reveal to the world our newest home console, the PlayStation 4. And we had a number of goals in mind when developing the hardware. We knew that performance would be critical, so we set our target at 10 times the performance of any previous console, and the result is a hardware that makes possible the stunning graphics and rich interactive worlds of the games that you're seeing today. PlayStation 4 is the world's most powerful game console. We also knew that to satisfy gamers, we'd need to bring the very best games to the platform. So during the development of the hardware, we toured the world, conversing in depth with game creators about what sort of feature set they would like to see in a next-generation console. And this collaborative approach extended to the design of the controller as well, as we fine-tuned it in many ways, making it more accurate, more responsive, and a more ideal controller for first-person shooters. Through these close relationships with some of the best teams in the world, we've been able to architect a console that truly is by game creators for game creators, that combines very large processing power with remarkable ease of game development. And gamers will be thrilled by how some of the biggest names in the business are leveraging this accessibility to bring blockbuster games to the platform such as Watch Dogs, Destiny, and Killzone. The result is the strongest launch lineup in PlayStation history. And our launch and launch window lineup shows great breadth and diversity because the supercharged PC architecture of the platform has eased development for smaller teams as well. It's both quicker to bring indie titles to PlayStation 4 and quicker to develop them on the platform. Indie brings us a vital dimension. Being the best place to play has always meant supporting a broad variety of game experiences, whether that be Parappa the Rapper on the original PlayStation or last year's Journey on PlayStation 3. As Adam Boyes says, we want to provide gamers with an endless variety of beautiful, challenging, and fantastic experiences. And the passion of small teams is critical in transforming that goal into reality. We've been taking the launch of PlayStation 4 as an opportunity to elevate the presence and visibility of these indie teams still further. On the technology side, we now support Unity. On the business side, we fully support self-publishing across all platforms, so it's possible for developers to maintain complete creative and financial control. We're also supporting indie development financially in many ways through loaner dev kits, our incubation program, and from direct support from the Pub Fund. And of course, we've been reaching out to the most innovative teams as well, looking to ensure that their latest projects make their exclusive console debut on PlayStation platforms. As a consequence, we believe that a renaissance of gaming is coming on PlayStation 4. Heavy content will thrive on the platform, but in many ways will also be returning to the creative freedom and broad content that made the early years of PlayStation so unforgettable. And to tell you about a number of exciting titles making their debut on PlayStation platforms, please welcome Shahid Ahmad.
Thanks, Mark. So, Mark has been working closely with developers on the PS4's architecture. Meanwhile, an indie development revolution is happening. We've been listening to indies. We've asked them what it means to be an indie. Indie means freedom. Imagine the freedom to create what you want, the freedom to release when you want, and the freedom to choose the device that you want. Tonight, I want to show you a few examples of how, at PlayStation, we're working to become the place indies prefer to be. In this year's Indie Smash by Teddy and Kenny Lee, if you die, your not quite perfect children get to avenge you, or die trying. Our fans have told us loud and clear that they want this game on PlayStation. Who are we to disagree? So I'm pleased to announce that Rogue Legacy by Celador Games will make its console exclusive debut on PlayStation 4 and PlayStation Vita next year. Edmund Macmillan has made a career of pouring himself into twisted worlds. He's shared his full vision for Binding of Isaac Rebirth, and Nicholas are completely remaking this smash hit, adding a whole new game's worth of content. Binding of Isaac Rebirth will make its console-exclusive debut on PS4 and PS Vita next spring, and for PlayStation Plus customers, it will be available at no additional cost. Mayor and Reagan, the tiny team at Metanet Software, have been working tirelessly on the final and definitive installment of their amazingly addictive N series. N++ will feature innovative new multiplayer modes, thousands of handcrafted levels, and the tools to create, share, and compete worldwide across endless levels of your own. N++ will debut exclusively on PS4 this winter. Now, the award-winning Thomas Was Alone catapulted Mike Bithell into global stardom. It also gave him the opportunity to devote his time and talent to continue making exactly what he wanted. Volume is a game about being heard, where you can create, remix, and share worlds. And we don't know quite where Mike's going with Volume, but that's the whole point. It's up to him. We're just proud that he's chosen PlayStation 4 and PlayStation Vita for Volume's world-exclusive debut next year. Howard Tsao and his team at Muse Games are ambitious. Pursuing their vision, refusing constraints, they've continued to evolve and refine their dream project, where you pilot a variety of majestic airships through the war-torn skies of a gritty steampunk universe. We're happy to announce that Guns of Icarus Online will make its console-exclusive debut on PlayStation 4. Now, if ever a developer was an indie icon, it's Vlambeer, creators of Super Crate Box, Ridiculous Fishing, and Luftrausers. JW and Rami sometimes sketch out ideas at game jams, and some of these ideas turn into fully developed games. Their latest is Wasteland Kings, which they describe as a roguelike, which I'm really excited to say is going to be making its console-exclusive debut on PlayStation 4 and PlayStation Vita next year. And finally, Hotline Miami by Denison Games has been one of the outstanding success stories from the indie world. It blends a powerful story with razor-sharp action and one of the greatest soundtracks in video game history. We worked with Devolver and Denison to ensure that Hotline Miami was best on Vita. This freed Denison Games to focus on Hotline Miami 2 Wrong Number, which we're absolutely thrilled to say is going to be making its console-exclusive debut on PlayStation 4 and, of course, PlayStation Vita next year.
As Shahid mentioned, the indie community has been a great inspiration to our teams at Worldwide Studios. We get a tremendous buzz when indies that have already demonstrated their amazing creativity to the world choose to work with us to produce exclusive content for PlayStation. And I'm pleased to say that one of those teams is the Chinese Room, an award-winning studio from the UK, already known for thought-provoking experiences that have a lasting impact on the player. So it's great to have the opportunity to introduce their latest work with this short trailer, Everybody's Gone to the Rapture.
is safer than any other. Keep the doors shut. Do not go outside the house until you are told it is safe.
Thank you. The Chinese room took us on an emotional journey with Dear Esther, and Everybody's Gone to the Rapture promises to be just as moving and intense. Next is a new game from the talented Spanish developer Tequila Works. Rime is an open-world adventure game which takes us on a voyage of discovery and danger as we're drawn into the mystery of a civilization once immensely powerful but inexplicably brought to ruin. Let's take a look at some early footage that shows the team's ambition. Thank you. Crossplay between platforms has proved a great feature for PlayStation gamers. So I'm pleased to announce a new cross-platform title called Helldivers from Arrowhead Studios, the talented Swedish team behind the indie mega hit Magicka. Teamwork is the key to survival in this cooperative squad-based shooter that will bring thrilling multiplayer action to PlayStation 4, PlayStation 3, and PlayStation Vita. Let's take a look. Thank you. Every PlayStation console has delivered great arcade shoot-'em-ups, and PlayStation 4 will be no exception. Finnish-based developer Housemarque have proved their credentials in this genre, with the acclaimed Super Stardust being one of the graphical standout titles at launch of PlayStation 3. Their new title, Resogun, is a pure arcade action shooter for the next-generation gamer, with addictive, challenging gameplay and, of course, massive explosions to match. Thank you. Generations of gamers share our passion for playing great games from different eras. So I would now like to share our next-gen vision for an iconic Amiga game, fondly remembered for its best-in-class graphics, music, and unique art style. It's my pleasure to introduce Shadow of the Beast, reimagined for PlayStation 4. Okay, now let's take a brief look at some of the Worldwide Studios titles that we previously announced. At E3, some of you may have seen a demo we presented called The Playroom. It's a great example of how PlayStation 4 can support a variety of unique gameplay styles, and how the DualShock 4 and PlayStation Camera can work together to create innovative and fun new experiences. And to enable everyone to join in the fun, I'm pleased to confirm the Playroom will be pre-installed on every PlayStation 4 from launch. Let's take a look.
We've got a PS4 to play.
Do you want to be one of the first people in the world to play?
Since its announcement in New York earlier this year, infamous Second Son from Sucker Punch has been exciting both gamers and the press alike, having already been nominated for over 20 awards. As the team continues to push the gameplay and visual boundaries of the infamous franchise, I'm pleased to be able to share with you a new trailer showing the progress the title is making on its way to its PlayStation 4 debut.
My name is Abigail Walker, but my friends and enemies call me Fetch. I've never hurt an innocent person in my life.
Hey, Reg, that conduit struck again. Gotta stroll through the security checkpoint first, and then I'll scope it out.
That's 2 out of 3. right, brother?
What happened?
Come on, get up, get up. I know just where to put filth like this, and she won't be hurting anybody else.
What do you think I'm doing to the DUP? When it comes to conduits, it's my call. Not yours, not ours, mine. Damn, I love meeting new people.
So we're super excited for all of our teams who are creating launch window titles for PlayStation 4, including Drive Club from Evolution Studios, Knack from Mark Cerny and our Japan studio, and The Order 1886 from Ready at Dawn, which was announced recently at E3 and will launch in 2014. And last, but by no means least, from the multi-award-winning Guerrilla Studio in Amsterdam, Killzone Shadowfall, which promises to be a huge launch title for PlayStation 4. As you saw in the opening user interface demo, the game has a spectacular multiplayer mode. So just before I hand back to Jim, I would like to leave you with some new multiplayer footage of Killzone Shadowfall. Thank you.
At E3, we presented our plans for entertainment services on PS4. Over the past few years, we've come to understand that gamers really value being able to use their consoles to watch movies, use catch-up TV, and listen to music. It remains a fundamental part of our strategy to offer these services as a core component of our basic PlayStation Network service package, available to all and not placed behind a subscription gate. One such service coming to PS4 is Twitch, the world's leading video platform and community for gamers, which will allow you to enjoy live streaming of gameplay using the Spectate feature that you saw demonstrated by Shu at the start of the show. Peace and quiet. Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome Carl and Pascal to give a live demonstration of Assassin's Creed and Remote Play on PS4.
Thank you, Jim. It's a pleasure to be here tonight and share with you our Gamescom demo of Assassin's Creed 4 Black Flag. Let's get into the action.
So, what'll you do with your share of the gold we take from Governor Torres? Return to Africa, prince among men?
I cannot return to a place I've never been. I was born in Trinidad, a slave from my first breath.
Ah. But wouldn't you feel, I don't know, more welcome there?
As you might feel more welcome in Paris.
Fair point.
With this skin and this voice, where can I go in the world and feel at ease? This country here is my best chance. This country called Jackdaw, where I know the names of all citizens and they know mine, and we work together. Not always out of love, but to keep our country afloat.
I think I understand you. Let's take her then. For the citizens of Jackdaw.
Get the mainsails into the wind! Get those spars free! Let's see that dock! Put a shot right through there! Mortar incoming! Watch keep moving! She's vulnerable there! We need to hit those towers!
So now someone else wants to use the television. Using remote play and his PlayStation Vita, Pascal will now take over the rest of the demo.
Well, hello, Your Excellency. I'd got word you might be here.
I know your face, pirate, but your name was borrowed the last time we spoke.
Ah, yes, I recall. I missed that one. So, what's a Templar Grand Master doing so far from his Castillo?
I'd rather not say.
And I'd rather not cut your lips off and feed him to you.
And now, Watch Dogs on PS4.
CTOS's groundbreaking technology. We're promoting efficiency, comfort, and safety, dedicated to protecting you and your friends.
Citizens of Chicago, we are DedSec, You have heard enough lies. It is time to hear the truth. You can be hacked. Someone is inside the network. We have seen him.
You wanted the system hacks?
You got me in. He is not DevSec, and we do not defend him.
Police believe they are closing in on suspected vigilante Aiden Pierce.
Suspect is in a vehicle and attempting to flee.
He is proof
Squad, we're on the scene and in pursuit.
that the CTOS network is flawed.
Jesus Christ!
And you are vulnerable. One man has done exactly what we have warned you about.
Are you in trouble?
No, I'm not.
Virus is still doing damage. Shut it down!
Now is the time to wake up.
So the level that you just saw is exclusive to PlayStation at launch. Now for something a little different. And one title that we're extremely happy to announce as part of our launch lineup for PS4 is Minecraft. And another launch title coming from our third-party partners is a PS4 console exclusive from Gaijin, War Thunder. War Thunder is a free-to-play next-gen combat game dedicated to major World War II battles. It includes aerial, ground, and naval multiplayer combat in the gaming experience. Let's take a look.
And while others have shifted their message and changed their story, we were consistent in maintaining policies and a model that is fair and in tune with consumer desires. We strove to deliver a platform that offers the consumer both innovation and great value. And it's with the gamer in mind that when PS4 launches in Europe and the US, it will launch with a price of €399, $399, and £349. The response that we have received has been nothing short of incredible. You've made it clear that you're excited about this platform, with more than 1 million pre-orders already worldwide. And before I leave, I've one last announcement to make. I'm delighted to say that PlayStation 4 will be launching in 32 countries in total during this holiday season, and will become available in North America on the 15th of November and in Europe from the 29th of November. Thank you all very much for your time this evening. Please enjoy the rest of Gamescom. Thank you and good night.